I also recognize the experience of the temporary suspension of self. One example that comes to mind from my own experience is sometimes in different yoga practices, kundalini, or sometimes in even hatha yoga, when I like inverted with my head low, when I stand up again, like people would anatomically or medically perhaps just call it hyperventilation or nearly passing out, but what I experience is a temporary cessation of self, that I am still experiencing external phenomena through the senses, but not narrativizing it, neither with the labeling of the phenomena itself or with a sense that I am the recipient or perceiver, just a sort of oneness, non-duality, non-separateness. For me though, it often the self resumes. Well, always. Like I feel that in this moment, when you talk about that experience and going to the mirror and looking in your own eyes and recognizing unity and love, I understand it. But over the course of today, you know, I've had anxiety that I'm not going to arrive at a class on time. Or, you know, I still have that. Even after, I'd say, sort of 16 and a half years, that's how long I've been like working a program around drugs and alcohol. Even after that, I still feel like I live with the tension between me and my ego, me and my needs. You know, I've not had a kind of cessation of that.
If I feel tension because I'm going to be late, I have to recall a past, for example, when I made a commitment to be here on time so we could have some time together. And I would have to see in my mind's eye a future of me being here late, of you being maybe anxious, and all this, let's say I'm in the car, and all this past future, these images of that I just described, like that. Now, that is what we might call the dream world, or the movie. And we don't realize it's going on as a general rule. We don't realize it's going on. Now, we've never met. And I can see you in my mind's eye, and maybe I see you pacing, maybe I see you just not even remembering I'm going to come. You know, I see all this, but nonetheless, I've made that commitment in the past. So those things are going on in my head. Now, I walk in, I'm late, and blah, 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 in my mind's eye as I sit in the car. And I made a commitment to be here on time in the past. So there is me in the past with the commitment, and I see me in my mind's eye already here, even though I'm in the car. And depending on those images, as I witness those, you know, it's crazy making to believe there are three of me. There's the one there, there's the one in the past, there's the one in the car. So just to be just clear enough about, you know, just, I guess we could say, just to be clear enough as we witness the answer to who am I, the woman in the car, and we talked a little earlier before the mics went about guessing, you know, the woman in the car, because my mind is so, you know, everything is questioned. So simply, I'm watching this movie, past, future, there are three me's, so I've got to get sane enough, or I'm blessed enough to be sane enough to see the movie I'm witnessing is the cause of all my emotions. It's the cause of anxiety. And so it's not as though we are just, you know, we're just struck with anxiety because, you know, some kind of payback. We're asleep to the dream. That's all. It's not serious. But we really, some of us get terribly worried. Everything, you know, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being like really upset. Maybe we would talk sharply to the driver or hurry up. And it's a kind of, it's a trance.
Thanks for watching this podcast and going all the way to the end of it. Would you so kind as to click the bell, might not be there, could be over there, and subscribing so that we can infiltrate your serenity and peace of mind with jangling bells and buzzes. Thank you.